of course, talking after, a disappointing loss, and that's definitely the case. Last couple of weeks we haven't, of course, played our best football, but we played two pretty good football teams. I think once you go back and you start looking at how it's all played out, that would be the case. Had a few injuries in the game. Going into the game, we had a few that, after we came out of the game, and hopefully we'll get some of those guys back. Mike Epstein, of course, didn't finish the game. Jimmy Marquez didn't finish the game. And Dele Harding wasn't able to play in the game. And Tony Adams was another guy. So we'll kind of see how the work week goes a little bit as we get ready for Maryland. We talked briefly with our football team this morning about the last game. And what I want our entire group to do is move on as soon as possible. There's not a whole lot more we can tell you. We had opportunities. We didn't take advantage of them. Whenever you turn the ball over 5 times and you don't take the ball away as many times, it's going to be tough duty, especially playing against a good football team. So we didn't play well in all 3 phases, but you have to move on. It's really, we have 7 games we've played, kind of see what we can be. There are moments when we really play good football, but it's about us being able to put everything together now. This next game is about as important of a game as we've had. And if we can correct some of those things and play the way we're capable of playing, which I think we can do, we'll have some positive results. From the game also, we made a couple of changes. And whenever you get in a game, you do what you need to do, that you feel like you need to do to win that game. And some things you make, changes you might make during the game can carry on, and sometimes that's not the case. I know most of you want to know about our quarterback position. We made a change during the course of the game. We felt like that's what we needed to do then. As far as who will start this week, we go through practice. We normally don't name starting lineups early in practice, and that won't be the case. We have a few different combinations we like to look at, not just at the quarterback position, but at a few others too. But as far as who the starting quarterback will be, we're going to go through the week. We have 2 guys that we feel can help, our football team win, and that are capable of leading their football team to a win. So that's kind of where we are. Take your question.
When you look at a quarterback position, is it a position that you could see yourself playing both of them in the same game?
Absolutely. Of course, that's what we did the other day. Both guys have a strength that's maybe a little bit better than the other. Of course, A.J. Can move around, and buy time more with his feet to throw the ball. M.J. is more of a passer, so they both bring different things to the table. To answer your question, yes, we could see ourselves playing both. In an ideal world, you want to be able to go with one, but we'll do what we need to do.
With Mike out on Saturday, you got a chance to see Dre Brown and Rayvon Bonner a little bit more. What did you think of them and how they did?
Thought they both, the times that Dre Brown has got an opportunity to play, I think we all would say that he's, had some positive results, did a good job. And Rayvon Bonner is a good player. It's just hard to get 3 guys the same amount of reps. But, of course, they both came in and gave us a little spark to let us see, what they can do if they were given more reps. Like them both.
Lovie, would it be wrong to assume you know who the starter is but don't want to give anything to team?
No, full disclosure, Jeremy, I wouldn't tell you either way. Right. But that's not the case. I mean, we're gonna go through the practice week to see. We just started the game plan for them, and see how it goes. At the end of the week, you kind of normally know. And I'm going to say just not that position. I mean, that's kind of the approach we take each week.
What this week would put MJ over AJ or AJ over him?
I mean, you want me to tell you that right now? We're going to go through practice, and then we're going to see, after we get all the information on how the guys have practiced, how prepared we think they are, and that's the guy we're going to go with. And, guys, I mean, I like to tell you exactly who. I don't know that. We don't know that. We have to go there. Practice does make a difference, and that's what we're doing.
Look,
Lovie, on the defensive side, you talked about needing to create more takeaways, more turnovers. What do you need to see from your guys? What do they need to do in order to get more of those? Are there plays you're seeing left out there?
Well, I think, first off, I mean, they are trying to take the ball away. We are. And I think that's one thing that we've done about as well as anybody around that, especially intercepting the ball. We would like to cause more fumbles, take the ball away more. That way is what I'm talking about. We practice it, so an emphasis on it. You know, sometimes you go through spells where it just doesn't happen for whatever reason. But in others, it does. When they start coming, they come in bunches. We hope that'll be the case. This is a team that loves to run, get into a lot of different ways to run the football, and we're going to have opportunities. That's the case each week. Hopefully it'll happen this week.
Do you expect Mike Epstein to be back and playing this year?
Oh, we hope so. I mean, he has an injury that kept him out of the rest of the game. There's no more that we don't have any other information right now, but yes, hopefully that's the case.
How much of a factor does the upcoming game against Maryland and the defensive scheme they'll be throwing at you play a factor in who you'll start at quarterback come that time?
No, that doesn't affect us at all. It's what we want to do offensively, and what gives us the best chance to do that on you know, you're looking at us on what area we would like to lean on more. What happens over there doesn't affect that.
What did you think of, obviously Wisconsin's offensive line is great, but
Yes.
what did you think of some of the changes and the results you got?
Well, you know, when you lose a game, it's hard, and they scored that many points. And, you know, the second half, they were really able to run the football, and we couldn't really stop them. So that's disappointing. But, you know, Larry Oladipo hasn't played a lot, came back first time. He hasn't played a lot this year. Still working himself back into shape on what we would like for him to do. So did some good things with that. There were moments when we went about a 4-series sequence where pretty, you know, decent football. In order for that to happen, you had to be pretty good up front. But as you mentioned, Wisconsin has an excellent offensive line, and they run the ball on most people. We're not the first one they've run the football on. We'll keep plugging away with it.
Where do you think you're developing, or how long is that process of developing physicality to that level on the defensive line?
You know, hopefully sooner than later. That's a measuring stick a little bit. You know, we know that that's the elite team as far as running the football in our conference. So we have to keep catching them. You know, again, there were moments when we played pretty good ball, but at the end they wore us down.
Coach, Maryland, another team that likes to run the ball, they do it differently than Wisconsin. But are there things that you did last week in terms of preparation that can carry over?
Absolutely. I mean, other things, preparation that carry over each week. It's not like you get to a new opponent and you start changing up everything that you believe in. As you mentioned, it is a different running attack that we'll see as opposed to Wisconsin. But in the end, you can say it's similar too. You're going to get offenses are trying to get a helmet on a defender, you know, pads on the defender, and let the running backs run off of that. So there is some carryover from week to week on what you're going to see. Of course, Maryland does it a little bit different. There's a lot of deception involved in what they do also.
Coach, you made a change at safety, and Stanley Green wasn't starting, but now he kind of gets back in the rotation with 16 tackles and interception. How has he responded from, you know, the position change originally?
The way you expect, you know, a guy that's in that next slot to perform. Stanley's played a lot of downs for us, a lot of good football he's played. So that's what we expected from him. Which if Tony Adams had played, we would have expected big plays from him also. We play a lot of guys, so guys know that if they're productive when they get an opportunity to play, we'll find a way to get them into the mix. There's a starting group, yes, but there's a way to get other players into the mix, and we'll do that.
Illinois has never played Maryland. It's the first time they played in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about the program? What do you think of what they're doing this year under interim coach?
You know, Kent Brown, of course, has a lot of great knowledge. He just opened my eyes to that a little while ago. I didn't realize that. But, you know, they're a new team to the Big Ten. So for some reason, some teams just don't end up matching up an awful lot. So don't really know what to think. Don't know a lot about Maryland's program, except for, you know, what we see right now. Of course, they have Trey Watson, a player that we're familiar with on their team, and a few guys that we've recruited. Matt Canada is a heck of a football coach. But again, Big Ten opponent, and I'd like for our team to get a chance to play in different places too. It's another part of the country, so we're excited about going up there and playing as much as anything.
Coach, you played two freshman linebackers, a little bit more in Jacob Hollins and Kalen Tolson. How did you evaluate their play on Saturday?
I think it was a typical freshman performance. They haven't gotten a lot of reps, and injuries have. We've had a couple of injuries at the linebacker position, which kind of put them into a little bit different role. But I thought they were okay. Didn't get in a lot of time. Jacob Hollins got a little bit more reps, got a few more reps than Kalen Tolson did. But again, both first time. They'll be better this week if they're called upon to play.
I don't know how much you are watching Maryland's defense, but what do you think of what Trey is doing for them?
I haven't seen an awful lot, but I know Trey Watson's a good football player. He's smart. He knows the game. He's played a lot of football. He's a good pass defender. So I assume, again, we're just starting the process. And, I normally watch the offense before I watch a lot of the defense, and I haven't seen a lot of them. Haven't had a whole lot of crossover where I've seen them, but I'm sure. I know as a defense, Maryland is playing good defensive football, so I know Trey is one of the leaders there. So I think we know what we're going to see from him, and that's good play. Thank you.